Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here with your sneak peek for this weekend. It is the singles edition. So if you consider yourself single, some of this might resonate with you. It is general readings, by the way. Please keep that in mind and we'll get along just fine. If you are here and you are brand new, thank you so much for clicking here and giving this a shot. If you've never been to Ten of Cups Tarot before, if you look through the comments, you'll find out that we are a bit of a community here. So if you would like to join, I'd love to see you in the comments. Please let me know that you're new and I hope that you'll stay. I hope that you will subscribe. If you are the person who is always clicking here, giving me your views, your comments, your likes, your thumbs up, everything that's helping this channel grow, my ride or dies, thank you so much for doing that. So I'm here to do a reading. What is it? Well, I go from Aries to Pisces. I've marked everything down in the description below, so you can just scroll this video to find what you need for in terms of energies. And please, I'm just going to ask you to stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. Please go find a free natal chart. They're all over the internet. And when you plunk your information in there, you'll find out your sun, your moon, and your rising. You don't even need to be an astrologer to get that information. All right, here we go. Let's start with Aries, go through to Pisces. Aries, this is for you. This is your sneak peek for this weekend for single Aries. What's going on with single Aries, please? Tell me about single Aries. All right, we've got the Chariot, feeling a little bit stuck, possibly. Some of you could be having car issues, and which is a bummer. But I feel like the Chariot in the reverse is telling me that you are not ready to go, or you're feeling like you can't move, like you're stuck, maybe stuck in your head. The Five of Swords here is telling me that there is some sort of a battle possibly going on in the mind. With the Chariot in the reverse here, it feels like you had, maybe it was with somebody else or a situation, maybe at work, maybe with somebody that you know, but it does feel like with the Five of Swords here that there is some sort of a conflict or a disagreement or some sort of a verbal battle, and it feels like you won, but at what cost? I want to say, and that this is something that is lingering for you. You've not been able to stop thinking about it, the last words that were said, or you're going over it. You're going over it and over it, whatever it was that you were arguing about, and it's got you really stuck. Here, the Chariot is in the reverse. It's not going anywhere. There's no victory here. It feels like it's got you out of balance, right? We've got the two horses here, which are feminine, masculine energies. It feels like it's got you out of balance. And I really do feel like you just need relief. With the death card here, you need to get out of this place where you are stuck. And I feel like you're stuck in the mind. Death card is holding a sword as well, right? What else do we have here? We've got the Queen of Swords. You must liberate yourself from this mental prison that you've got yourself in. 5 and 1 is 6. The Queen of Swords is liberating his or herself, right? Feminine or masculine energy. Feminine leaning, but also has masculine energy. And the Queen of Swords is liberating themselves so they can move again. Her sword of truth is pointing at the Chariot here. I need to come to a place where I can liberate myself from these thoughts, or the thought that went on back there, or whatever conversation it was, whatever verbal battle we had. I need to release myself from that, and I need to move forward. And I feel like the only way you can do that is by being truthful with yourself. 5 and 1 is 6. It takes you from the chaos and takes you to the calm. I want to say that you're still feeling... It's almost like as if the 9 of Wands energy is lingering. It's like this is the place where you can put down those burdens and move forward. We're looking for an Ace of Wands to complete, right, the 10, but the 9 is where you can put it down. I want to say that that it does feel like you need to move forward, but you're too burdened to move forward. That's what it feels like. You're carrying too many burdens, mental burdens about the situation. What you need is to get out of the Knight of Wands and start moving again. Tell me more about Aries. We've got the Page of Cups. I think that you feel badly. I feel like you have an apology or want to give an apology, or maybe you feel like you should be receiving an apology. Take it the way you think it is for you. But I want to say that you need to get out of the 9 of Wands in order to move forward, because it's got you stuck. Whatever it was is up in the mind. I feel like you cut somebody out, or they cut you out after having some sort of, you know, verbal battle. That's what it feels like. We said some harsh words to each other. And now I feel like either an apology is needed, or you need to connect with this person. And I feel like for those of you who might be receiving or sending a message, that you just want to go at it in sort of a a way that is affectionate or kind. It feels like you've had a realization, and the realization to you, I feel, has been a surprise, that you didn't think that as you threw your swords down and walked away, you didn't think that this would linger this way, but it has. I feel like you're still lingering in thoughts. Tell me why you're feeling stuck with the Chariot in the reverse, Aries. Three of Swords, yeah, it's heartbreaking. It feels like it's heartbreaking. And now with the 5 and the 3, that is 8. That is like obsessive thoughts. And then we have 1, which is 9. So it feels like you do have worry. It's like a cycle of worry that you can't get out of. You feel stuck there. We do have the Page of Wands. It tells me that you do want to connect with someone just so you can finally lay this to rest. So I want to say that the person that you had the argument with, look, it could be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be someone that you have emotions for, maybe someone you're romantically connected to. But I do believe that you are feeling heartbroken or disappointed, and you do want to communicate with this person. And I feel like you want to do it sort of in an exciting, creative way, but I feel like you're trying to, how can I say, you're doing it in a page way, because you're kind of stepping in the door. It's like when you have an argument with somebody that's really close to your heart, and then you leave, and now you're like, oh crap, now how do I get back in there to say sorry? I feel like the reason that you want to communicate with somebody here is really only for the purpose that you're feeling stuck. And I feel like you want to bring this cycle to an end so you can stop the worry, you can stop thinking about it, you can stop obsessively thinking about it. I feel like you need to talk to someone about betrayal. Like you feel like someone betrayed you here. It's the only way that I think you're going to get out of this 9 of Wands here. We do have the King of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Wands, and we have the Moon. Yeah, I feel like you're waiting for something to settle itself. You're waiting for stability. You're waiting for it to, I feel like you are the one who wants to tell this person possibly that I'm coming to you because I need to make it right between us. I need to make things right. And I feel like you've been waiting for this person to communicate with you, but it's not been happening. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. We've got Scorpio energy and Cancer energy. I feel like your feelings must come to the surface in order to speak about this. I'm thinking about the Chariot in the reverse, which is Cancer energy. You need to be honest with your feelings. You need to be honest about what you're going to say. And I think that's the only thing that's going to help you move forward here. Tell me about the Page of Cups. It's been a long while. We've been watching each other and somebody wants the victory. I think it's you, Aries. I feel like it's you. Now, the good thing is that we do have the extra sword here, right? We have 5, 8, 9, and 10, but we do have the 10 of Swords here. I feel like you definitely will successfully bring some sort of cycle of worry or silence or blocking each other, something like that. You will bring that to an end, but I do feel like it starts with you reaching out, only because the Page of Wands is here. That's the fire energy. And I feel like there is an apology, but I feel like when you give it, you will get it. That's what I feel like, because it feels like either you've been watching someone or someone's been watching you, but it does feel like it is a realization or an aha moment of some sort of knowledge that you dig up, that this has been taking really way too long and you need to finish it. You need to get over the finish line and have some victory here. So I feel like this is someone that you have feelings for, possibly romantic feelings, and it's been a long while since you spoke with them. The 7 of Pentacles is about waiting for the right time to harvest, right? And you've already put a lot of, I feel like a lot of time has passed, or you've put a lot of energy into holding yourself back, but I feel like you're about to make a really big decision to speak to someone that I feel like you haven't spoken to in a while, and I feel like why you're holding on to them is this. I feel like you really love them. So whether this is someone that you had dated, or this is a best friend, maybe a platonic relationship, a member of the family, could be a mother, right? We do have the Queen of Cups here. Could be a mother, doesn't have to be, but somebody that you have deep feelings for. And they don't have to be romantic feelings. I think you just need to get out of this energy of the 9 of Wands. And in order to do that, you definitely have to be the one who steps forward on this. All right. You have to be the one that moves forward first, Aries, if you want to clear up this stuff that has got you in a chokehold. It feels like it's got you trapped, like you can't move mentally until you get this worked out. You can't move forward. All right, Taurus, here we go. My bull gang. Here we go. This is for the single Taurus, a sneak peek for this weekend. For single Taurus, tell me what's going on with Taurus, please. Tell me what's coming up with Taurus. Tell me about Taurus, please. We do have the Queen of Swords. So you're liberating yourself from a situation here, a mental situation. We do have the Magician. Pardon me. One more card. We got the Prince of Swords, who is the Knight. Interesting. I feel like you're manifesting some sort of a conversation. You're manifesting the reception of some sort of information. The Prince of Swords is the Knight. The Knight of Swords is the one who's just like going to throw it all out there. This one is just going to charge in, very brave and courageous. I'm just going to give it to you as it is. I'm just going to tell you how it is. I don't really care how it lands. I think you're ready with the sword, to be honest. We do have the Prince of Swords, and who, like I said, is the Knight. Then we have the Queen. I feel like you're going to liberate yourself. When this information comes to you, maybe this is a person. It could be a Gemini. It doesn't have to be. We've got Libra and Aquarius here as well, and we have Aries. It could be someone who's charging in, but I feel like if it's maybe someone is bringing the information to you, but I feel like they're just going to throw it at you, but you're ready with your sword. I feel like you're ready to make sense of it. You're ready to cut out what you don't need. Somebody here is about to throw some information at you about something. And the Magician tells me that you've manifested this. It looks like you're looking for truth. You want the truth about a situation. And I feel like you've been manifesting the truth about a situation. And I think it's coming. I think you're going to get it. We've got the Death card. We've got the Princess of Wands, who is the Page of Wands. So there is definitely some information coming to you via a message of some sort. And it is going to be clarity. You're going to get clarity, and I don't know that you want this clarity, but I feel like it's going to be made clear to you. We do have the Ten of Swords, that something is over. Something is completely and totally over. And it almost feels as though you liberated yourself from the situation. It feels like you're manifesting the truth or the honesty about the situation, and you're going to get it with the Page of Wands here. You're going to get the honesty that you want. You're going to get some sort of message. There's a messenger here that's bringing information about some sort of an ending. Tell me what this is for Taurus. What is this information that's coming? Because the Knight of Swords is the one who's defending truth and honesty, right? Transparency. And it feels like somebody just wants you to have the truth. The Wheel of Fortune is here. It's high time it happened. I just heard Lizzo. It's about damn time. It's about damn time that you got this information, because I feel like you knew that it was on the way. We have the Wheel of Fortune, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. That could be the person who the message is about. It feels like it's a faded communication, or the information that's given to you is something you were supposed to find out at this time. Why? Because it was supposed to change your mind or change something about the situation. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. We do have the Seven of Wands, but you've got really high boundaries. Feels like you're sort of standing your ground on something. You've got really high boundaries here. Tell me what else is going on. We've got the Queen of Wands. So I feel like the information that you're getting is that there is a really big change here. And I feel like the change is going to piss you off. But it is going to enlighten you nonetheless. The Seven of Wands tells me that the reason that it was so hard to get this information is because your boundaries are really high. I feel like your boundaries are really high because you're protecting your individualism. I feel like you are an individual, you are independent, doing your own thing, looking really good. I feel like things are working out really well for you right now, and it's because you have these high boundaries. Maybe they're not high boundaries, maybe they're tight boundaries. I feel like that might change. I feel like you might let in the Knight of Swords to give you this information. I feel like it's divine timing, and you know that. Tell me what this Page of Wands is about, please. Got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Eight of Wands, we've got the Ten of Wands. So it feels like there is the information that you're going to get from the messenger. I feel is something you're going to be happy about. It might be about money. It might be about a promotion. It might be about a job, a new job prospect. It could be about a long-term relationship, and it could be about the ending of a long-term relationship. I'm just saying, and I don't think it's yours because this is a singles read. I think that you're finding out that there has been an ending in some other relationship. The Eight of Wands tells me that this information comes to you quickly. I feel like you will be getting that pretty soon, this information, that there is something that has ended. We've got the Ten of Wands and we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So it feels like whatever is being released to you by either the messenger or the person who brings the information, whoever that is, I feel like it's almost relief that you now can drop these burdens, that now that this information has come in about the ending of some sort of either long-term relationship or the end of a job possibly, maybe your contract's coming to an end, take it as it resonates. There's transformation here with the Magician energy. So I feel like whatever it is that you have been manifesting, I want to say you're manifesting it after an ending. We do have the Three of Swords, which tells me that the ending was quite harsh. The Ten of Swords means it felt like betrayal. It felt like someone stabbed you in the back, someone that you really trusted. But you had to liberate yourself from the situation, however heartbreaking that was. You had to liberate yourself from the situation here. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit. So it was a realization, or you came to the wisdom that somebody wasn't giving you all of their attention, that maybe they were too busy in their life and they were giving it to a lot of other people. But the Six of Pentacles to me is, somebody who's very charitable, maybe over charitable, right? That there could be those people who there are those people who, once they get somebody in their life, they almost kind of ignore them because they want to impress everybody else. And I'm getting that kind of feeling from here. It feels like this person couldn't fit you into their life, or they were too busy to fit you into their life, or to give you the majority of their energy in the Pentacle world, while they were giving everyone else a little less. I feel like you're the one that felt breadcrumbed here. You came to a realization with the Hermit energy. After thinking about it for a while, you realize that I don't think that I can stay in this situation. So I want to say that you liberated yourself from the situation. You told this person, please no, don't come back. If you don't have time for me and I'm not the person for you, please don't come back. I feel like you ended it, and it was a painful ending. I feel like you didn't want to end it, but there was no other way that you could live within this situation and still keep your dignity. I feel like with this Queen of Swords wielding the sword here, I feel like you liberated yourself, gave this person as much honesty as you could about why you were ending the situation. And although it really hurt you, I feel like you had to do it anyway. These ones have a lot of nudity. And these nudity, of course, in tarot indicates vulnerability, right? So we do have the Princess of Pentacles, and the Princess is the Page. We have the Strength card. And we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, it feels like you probably told someone about your feelings here. That something was beginning to grow, and you felt like it was, right? The Page of Pentacles. You felt like there was an opportunity here and something was growing, but then we've got the Strength card. The other person held back, and then they disconnected from you. So I feel like you either didn't get an answer about when you told this person about your feelings, you either didn't get an answer, or they just pulled away because they felt it was getting too serious, Taurus. That's what I feel. And I feel like after that, you end up having these high boundaries here, and you end up thriving. You keep moving along and you end up thriving. Tell me about what this messenger is coming to tell you, though. What's the information that's coming here? The Four of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. And the the Page of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like this person wants to talk about a situation that you felt was unrequited love. I really do feel like you told somebody about your feelings and they didn't reciprocate your feelings. This person now is coming back to tell you that they want to work on it. Four of Cups tells me that they're bored wherever they are and whatever they're doing. That makes sense now that we're talking about it. It feels like somebody here has been in like a long-term relationship, and it is coming to an end. It's become very burdensome for them. So if they come to you, I feel like they're still going to be in that relationship, and they're telling you that it's coming to an end, or they're thinking about ending it, or you get that information from somebody else. That person may not tell you directly, but maybe you come about that information and you're like, I don't know that I really care. This is kind of like yesterday's reading, right? We have the Lovers, we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like the Three of Wands is here, and you know that there is someone else out there for you. But now that this information has come along, that you know that this person that you still have feelings for is going to be single soon, or wants to be single. Although I'm just going to say it was unrequited love. When you told them about your feelings, they said, no, I don't have the same feelings. So you're going to have a decision to make, because I feel like somebody is coming forward here that has changed their mind. That's what it feels like. And you're going to have to deal with that. All right. Tell me about Gemini. It's a sneak peek for this weekend for single Gemini. Tell me what could possibly be coming up this weekend or next, possibly a year from now. Whenever you find this, it is going to be for the weekend. So tell me about Gemini singles for this weekend, please. We do have the Chariot, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the King of Swords. All right, so I want to say that there is somebody here that you have had reciprocity with. But this person, I feel, was someone that wasn't giving you all of their attention. We're just going to take a look at this card, right? You can see that there's someone in front of this person that they're paying attention to, and then someone behind them is kind of begging for more, or begging for more attention. And I feel like because that was the situation, Gemini, they weren't giving you any communication or anything. I feel like you got in your chariot and left. I feel like somebody was giving more energy to their job, to their children, to their home, to their 3D world, and they were kind of breadcrumbing you or ignoring you, and I don't think that you were about it. So I feel like there's also some stuck feelings under the surface here with the chariot energy, but I feel like you felt that there was, you have to be honest with yourself. It feels like with the King of Swords here, we're like honest truthfulness, very honorable, noble. It feels like you did the noble thing and you left. Like you left this person to whatever it is that they had going on. You didn't want to interrupt whatever it is that was going on in their Six of Pentacles here. I feel like you feel that they could have given you more attention and they didn't. And so I think that you just moved along, I want to say. Could be dealing with Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Tell me more. The Four of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords. Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think you got a little bit bored with waiting around. Like waiting around, waiting for this person to give you attention, waiting for them to do the right thing. That's what it feels like. And when I say do the right thing, it's like give you the attention that you were giving them. I think that when they were with you, they were pouring into you like you were pouring into them. But I think eventually you had to be honest with yourself, right? You had to be honest with yourself. And I don't think that, I feel like you had to go, I want to say, because with the Four of Cups, it's like this person left you waiting. They weren't giving you the energy, the time, the emotions. I feel like you left even though you have some really big feelings for this person. I feel like even though they're gone, you still feel connected to them. But I think that you had to go. You had to leave them there. Tell me about the King of Swords, please. I think you just like charge right out of there. Yeah, you get in the chariot and you go here. We have the Three of Pentacles. It's like maybe this is better off as a friendship. But I think you have really big feelings for this person. I think you're the person who had to stand up and walk out. I think that you thought that this was going to go from friendship to commitment, or at least we would have a committed friendship. That's where we would start. I feel like it started out really well, but as it grew to the Six Pentacles, I feel like somebody got sidetracked and that they were not giving you as much attention as they were in the beginning. I think that in the beginning it was Three of Pentacles. I feel like you started building it. You guys were getting along great. You're collaborating. There was a lot of, you're on my team, I'm on your team. It feels like there was a lot of really great conversations, spirited conversations, I want to say, but they left you with a lot of truth. They left you with a lot of facts. And I feel like you two had a lot to say to each other. Like in this friendship phase, you know how a relationship first starts out with, yeah, I'm kind of attracted to you, but let's find out if we're compatible. I think that emotionally, mentally, you guys were compatible, but I do feel like at some point you had to leave because you started getting bigger and bigger feelings, and this person was very fixated on their pentacle world or people in their pentacle world, or maybe they were a person who does a lot of volunteer work or charity work. It feels like whatever it is, what was going on in the pentacle world, they were not concerned with you and the fact that you were bored and just sitting there waiting for them. And as your feelings are growing deeper and deeper, you're feeling more connected. This person, I feel, is sort of, yeah, staying in this energy of the Six Pentacles. I feel like it's because you had these big feelings that you moved on. You had to, I feel. We have the Strength card, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the King of Wands. So it does feel like, even though you had a very deep connection with them, I'm not really sure if they were into it as much as you were, but I want to say that you still think about picking up the phone and texting this person or calling them. I feel like you've been holding back sending a message. I think that you really miss them, Gemini, but you've been holding back sending a message. I feel with the King of Wands here that you're very attracted to this person. Their energy is very attractive to you. I feel like you're going to feel inspired to pick up the phone and text, but I think right now, this weekend is not the time when you're going to do it. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles here. What was this person busy doing here? Because they were so busy doing it that they were ignoring you. Ah, tell you what, they could have had somebody else in the DMs. I'm just saying. The Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So they might have been busy with other people that maybe they had in their past. Like maybe they were in a long-term relationship that they were trying to get out of because it wasn't working. This could be very much be a case of someone who was in a relationship and maybe you knew it, but they like, well, we're separated. We're not getting back together again. But it feels like it has to do something with the Four of Wands. So it has to do with this person's home. So maybe they are a single parent living with children, something that was going on in the home, like they had to make a lot of money in order to pay the mortgage. It feels like that. But it also feels like somebody here is still connected to their past. And I think you knew that you weren't going to win against that. And so I feel like you made the executive decision here to stand up, decide what your stability is going to be honest with yourself here. This person is probably best in the friend zone. And I feel like that is a lesson learned for you, that maybe it's not a good idea to get into a relationship with someone unless they're fully, completely divorced or fully, completely moved out of that other person's home. I feel like this person was very still caught up in something mundane from the past, and they weren't necessarily giving you all of their emotions. So I feel like you left. I feel like you will probably try and communicate with them again when you feel inspired to do so. Maybe check in on them and see what's going on. But we do have Strength card right now. This weekend, you're holding back. I don't think you're going to be making communication with that person. All right. Cancer, this is you. Tell me about the sneak peek for this week for single Cancer, please. This weekend, sorry, not this week, but this weekend for single Cancer. Whether you find it today, tomorrow, or another day, a year from now, it is always going to be for the weekend coming up. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. We have the Eight of Cups. Emotional disconnect, possibly. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Wands. Somebody here wants to put the hard work in or work on this distance that's between us, this emotional distance. Somebody has emotional distance with someone who they are very attracted to, someone they wish to have a new path of passion with. It feels like you're feeling very disconnected from somebody emotionally, but you're trying to figure out a way to work on it, put the hard work in. Maybe you've been working on yourself. We have the Eight of Swords. Look, we have 3 eights here. You need to use your intuition. I feel like you're the This person that I feel like you want to connect with, Cancer, is somebody who is with 8 cups and 1 that is 9, someone who you see as your happiness or your wish fulfillment. But I do believe there's been a break in the action. That's what it feels like, that there's been somebody has pulled away, whether you pulled away emotionally or they did, somebody's pulled away, and it's left you in your head. I feel like you're obsessively thinking about the pull away, that either you're wondering, has it been enough time that we've been emotionally disconnected? Is it time to reconnect? Because these are both about reconnection, right? The Ace of Cups. It feels like you're obsessively thinking in your head here. The 8 and 1 is 9. Wish fulfillment. You're thinking about this person on a loop. How can I get back into this person's life to have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups? We have the 4 of Swords. It's very quiet where you are. There's little to no communication here. I feel like you want to say something, but you must heal the self first. There is a reason somebody pulled away here, and I think it was due to some sort of emotional burdens or obsessive thoughts that someone was thinking about here. We do have the Queen of Cups. Is that the Queen of Cups? Yeah, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So there it is. Yep, we do have, they came out together, right? We do have 2 people that I feel are the same. They mirror each other. They're both very psychic, very connected in an energetic, psychic, and emotional way. But I want to say, with you being the King of Cups, I mean, you could be the Queen of Cups too. Take it as it resonates, whether you're the feminine or the masculine energy. Both of them have both feminine and masculine energies. But if you are the King of Cups, I feel like the Queen of Cups has her back to you. And you're wondering, should I come up behind the Queen of Cups and talk with her? Because it feels like you do want to have a new beginning here. We're all in cups here. You have very deep emotions for this person, but I want to say they have for you as well. So somebody pulled away because it feels like one of you pulled away because of something that was nagging at their intuition. And look, we do have 3 8s here. And the 3 8s are about the self, intuition, and about success that you will have in the future. Now, I feel like with the King and the Queen being this way, with the High Priestess, it feels like somebody in their intuition felt that the other person was going to cut them. That's what it feels like. It feels like it was either the King who thought the Queen was going to cut them, or the Queen thought the King was going to cut them. And somebody, one of you or both of you, somebody here has their intuition on high and decides to walk away before they can be hurt by you or before you can be hurt by them. And since then, it feels like there is just obsessive thinking. Am I healed enough? Have I worked hard enough on myself to maybe go back? We have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. We do have the Ace of Swords. Now we have 3 aces. What the heck? I feel like the only ace that we don't have here is the Ace of Pentacles, so no investment just yet. I feel like with the 7 of Swords that you need to be honest with somebody. The 10 of Swords in the reverse, I didn't want it to end. I didn't mean for it to end this way. I didn't mean for it to be terrible and awful and the way that it ended. I didn't mean for it to be that way. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who someone else pulled away from them, whether you're the King or the Queen of Cups. And I feel like there's still some really deep feelings here. So what's going on? Tell me about this. I feel like you want to say something. The 7 of Swords is here, which tells me you're hiding something under the surface. And it feels like whatever you're hiding under the surface is the 10 of Swords in the reverse. It's like, I don't want this cycle to end, but it is silent between us. I feel like with the Ace of Swords that you want to speak to someone, you need more clarity. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Moon energy, and we have the 8 of Wands. I do feel like you do want to speak with someone here. The Queen of Pentacles tells me that you're looking for the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, and I feel like you want that inclusive in some sort of a relationship or connection that you have with this person. But we do have the Queen of Pentacles here, and the Queen of Pentacles is the one that gives stability. So you could be dealing with someone who is a Scorpio, Pisces, a Cancer, possibly. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I think that this is telling me that there is stability here, that what you want is to start a new relationship with this person, clean the slate, let them know that you've been healing. You've been thinking about this, working on the self, that you've been healing. And I think that what you want is a new beginning here in love and in passion. And I think that you want it to start stable. That's what I feel. But you're not really sure how to do that because the moon is here and things are not as they seem. So I feel like what's stopping you is the moon energy because you don't know what's coming up or what's going on. And I feel like you do want to communicate or you want things to move faster or further here. How can you do that though? How can Cancer connect with this person they've been disconnected from? You got to take charge. The Emperor's here. You've got to take charge, my friend. We do have the Five of Cups, and I feel like you have to take charge because you have regrets. You don't want to leave this situation as it is because you don't want to have these regrets. Three of Wands. You've been waiting for this person to communicate with you, but they haven't. So I feel like you're going to have to be the one who communicates. If you want to get out of this Five of Cups, you got to become the Emperor. And the Emperor is the one who steps forward, who is the authority, the masculine energy moving in. If you are the masculine leaning energy, definitely the Emperor could have some feminine energy, but it feels like you're the one that is going to have to step forward. Because if you are the Emperor, if you are dealing with an Empress, the Empress will not step forward to you. I feel like there's a very, very psychic connection between you two. So whenever you think about them, it's because they're thinking about you. I don't think that this is over, I'm going to say. Tell me about the Four of Swords. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Magician. Yeah, you're manifesting reconnection with this person. I think right now you're in hermit mode, so it might not be this weekend, but the Tower is here with the Magician, and I think you are manifesting the falling of the Tower. You have decided that it feels like you're aware, and you're aware that you have to have some really big upheaval or change in order to move forward to your happiness. I think that you will. I don't know if this person's going to accept you. They've got their back to you. Let's find out here. We've got the shadow work here. So I feel like if you've been working on yourself obsessively and that you feel that you're healed enough and you've done your shadow work, if you don't know what shadow work is, we say a lot of buzzwords here when we're reading tarot. So if you don't know what that is, go to Ten of Cups Tarot, put that into the search engine at YouTube, and then when you get to my page, hit the search and go to shadow work. There's a video here on Ten of Cups Tarot about that. So I feel like if you are the one who has already worked through your shadow work, but maybe this disconnection that you have with this person is part of what you need to complete the shadow work. I think that you will be moving forward as the Emperor this weekend, possibly, or one weekend. It might not be this particular weekend, but I feel like on a weekend is when you're going to do it. All right. Leo, this is you. Let's talk about Leo, please. The single Leo. This is your sneak peek for this weekend. Single Leos. Let's find out what's going on with Leo this weekend. Tell me what's going on with Leo this weekend. Single Leo. Single Leo. Please remember this is a general reading and it might not be this weekend, but this is on a weekend. We have the Hierophant. Why is that? We have the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. It feels like you want to tell somebody something that you've learned. There's a lesson that you've learned here. The Hierophant energy. The Queen of Swords tells me that you're ready to speak it out. You're ready to say it to somebody very honestly and in a head over heart manner. It feels like you're not ready to really share your feelings on the thing, but it feels like you really want to speak to somebody. You want to express the Hierophant energy and give somebody reciprocity here. It feels like you've learned a lesson about the Six of Pentacles. Because the Six of Pentacles, yes, is reciprocity. I pour into you, you pour into me. But it feels like either you weren't putting enough in, you weren't putting enough energy, because the Six of Pentacles is also, I'm giving mostly to this person and then everyone else gets breadcrumbed. Maybe that's a lesson that you learned. maybe you want to tell someone that you no longer are going to breadcrumb them, or maybe you want to know why they were breadcrumbing you. But either way, I think the Hierophant indicates here that you have learned some sort of a spiritual lesson as it pertains to who you're really focusing your energy on. Feels like you do want to speak to someone here. The Queen of Swords could be the person you want to speak with. I'm just saying, we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, we've got Taurus energy here. Maybe you feel like this person doesn't want to speak with you, that they have their back to you. We do have the Nine of Cups. And so I feel like when you two were giving each other some sort of reciprocity, that it was a happy situation, but then we stalled, it stopped. It feels like we get into the Hangman energy. Maybe you got into your own head, I feel like, or maybe somebody got into your head. We do have the Six of Swords here, and then we move on. So I want to say that you are not speaking to this person right now, that I feel like you do want to speak with them, because this person is someone who is connected to you in a way that not a lot of other people are connected to you. You might feel like they're a soulmate if it's a love thing, but a soulmate can also be a family member or a cousin or a best friend. Take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be romantic. I want to say that you're thinking about what to say. You don't know what to say to this person. I think it's a realization. The Hierophant tells me with that light up above the staircase here that you've come to some sort of a knowledge, and you've realized that this person that you were dealing with, that maybe they feel a little bit breadcrumbed by you, or maybe you feel breadcrumbed by them, that you felt like they weren't all in, that maybe they had other people in the DMs, or that you weren't exactly all in. But I feel like you want to speak with this person again. We do have the Hanged Man energy, which is Piscean energy. It is about your intuition. So in the Hanged Man energy, we're trying to look at a situation from a different perspective, trying to look at it maybe from the perspective of the King or the Queen of Swords. I feel like while you were giving reciprocity, or while you two were giving to each other, it was a happy time. But I feel like somebody stalled. That's what it feels like. Somebody stopped. Somebody stopped giving. We moved into Swords. We moved out of Cups and we moved into Swords. It feels like it goes from feeling all of these feelings, or the whirlwind of meeting someone. You know, the very beginning, you meet someone, you always want to talk to them, you're trying to get to know them, you always want to go out with them, and then all of a sudden it just stalls because somebody gets in their head and then starts to feel distant with the Six of Swords. Moving along. Maybe they moved along, or you did. Tell me about why the Queen of Swords is here, please. Tell me why the Queen of Swords is here. I've got the Death card. We stopped talking. We stopped communicating. It's like somebody thought that you should text them first. They thought that you should text them, or you thought they should text you. You thought that it was their responsibility to keep the communication going. I feel like there is going to be more communication if this thing has fallen into silence. Seven of Pentacles tells me that you're waiting. You're waiting to hear from this person. You're waiting for them to be honest with you about how you feel about how they feel about commitment. Maybe they're a person who had their back turned toward commitment. Maybe you're giving them reciprocity because you wanted the commitment, but this person turned their back and went cold on you. And I feel like because somebody stalled here, that you decided it was just time to move on. Or maybe they moved on from you. I feel like the ships that are coming in for you here is the King of Swords. I feel like there is some honesty, possibly a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Somebody here who is ready to give you a lot of honesty, which is going to cause a breakthrough. And if you do speak with this person, I mean, we do have the King and the Queen of Swords. I feel like we do speak in swords. We're not talking about our emotions. We're talking about why it stalled, why you turned your back on me, why did it go cold, why did you just stop, why did it end? I'm not really sure. I need to talk to you about it. It feels like with the Eight of Wands that after this ending, you would like for it to start again and move a little quicker than it did last time. So I feel like with the Eight of Wands here, or sorry, the Three of Wands, it feels like you do want some honesty from someone here. You want some clarity, honesty. It feels like you've had a breakthrough that you want to say something. So it does feel like you are feeling like you need to communicate with somebody here, but I feel like the boundaries could be high around the Empress. if you're dealing with someone who is Taurus or Libra, possibly. Could be dealing with Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces energy here, Taurus energy here. What happens here? We've got the Strength card, we've got the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. I feel like you're trying to find the courage to communicate with somebody, whether you're the King or the Queen of Swords here. I feel like that's your energy. I feel like the Queen has the back to the commitment. So I feel like you want to know why this person wasn't willing to go a little further with you. It all seemed like it was going well and happy. It feels like you're trying to find it feels like you're in the inner strength. You're trying to find the courage. You're trying to build the momentum of the courage to speak to this person that you've been watching. I feel in the neighborhood, on the internet. Maybe you're someone who goes into their place of work on a regular basis, grocery store, coffee shop, that kind of thing. But it feels like every time you see them, it breaks your heart just a little. You see them carrying on with their life, and you see that either in the neighborhood or online. It feels like they're carrying on with their life here. And it really breaks your heart. You want to have this conversation. So this might be the weekend, Leo, that you decide to reach out to them and have a conversation. But listen, we're talking about swords, so it's not going to be emotions. It's going to be head over heart. We're going to talk very specifically about specific things, and it might be to a level of cringe, because these two people that are in swords, the King and the Queen of Swords, speak nothing but the truth, and they don't get their feelings involved. So I feel like you want to have a conversation and say, why did this fall off track? Like, I don't understand why we just stopped talking to each other. All right. Tell me about Virgo. Single Virgo, please, for the weekend. Sneak peek for the weekend. Single Virgo. Tell me what's going on with single Virgo. Sneak peek for this weekend for single Virgo, please. Tell me about Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? We've got the Nine of Cups. So looks like it could be a really good and happy weekend for you. It feels like you've let go of something here, possibly. You closed the door on something. You've moved through to another timeline, I want to say, that you've stopped doing something here. Got love. Making a choice. Choosing to be happy after the ending of something. Interesting. You're choosing to be happy even though this thing has ended. Two of Swords. Queen of Wands. And the Four of Cups. It does feel like you have chosen to be happy even though there has been an ending with someone. It could be the Queen of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. But this person, I feel that you may have had an ending with, or maybe you might have even blocked them or blocked yourself from the situation. Take it as it resonates. It feels like this person... I don't know. Charlie just said one trick pony. So I don't know what that means. Like, this person, maybe all they had to offer you was passion. Maybe they're really good looking. Maybe they're very charismatic. This person, you have a lot of chemistry with them. You're very attracted to them. But I want to say that this person might have been a one trick pony. And maybe because the Queen of Wands is here, it tells me that this person is very independent. They're an individual that doesn't want to check with you or anybody in order to be able to make their next decision. So I want to say that you chose to be happy even after ending something, possibly with the Queen of Wands. It feels like when I'm looking at this is why I'm saying one trick pony, because it almost feels like you became bored with the passion, like you wanted more from it. We don't have any pentacles here, right? You wanted more from this connection than you were getting. I feel like you ended it and you're going to be happy anyway, but I really do think that you've blocked yourself, from passion. I'm not getting into a relationship where we start in passion again, because it ends up being just that. It ends up just being all about the physical connection. It's nothing else. Like, I don't feel like you're really connecting with this person in any other way. Tell me about the Queen of Wands here. And I think you chose this person. I feel like you chose to be with them because I feel like you had deep feelings for them. I think you chose the Queen of Wands, but it ended. It ended even though you were standing there with your cup in hand. You could have water in the chart. You don't have to, but it feels like what the way you're showing up here, the Six of Pentacles is here, but the way you're showing up here is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is willing to give everything. This is someone who's emotionally available, who's very psychic and deep, and who is a protector. Someone who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, someone who's very psychic. It feels like that you possibly ended it with this Queen of Wands because this Queen of Wands couldn't access their feelings. I don't see anything here that indicates that the Queen of Wands was operating on anything but fire. And I think that got boring for you. The Four of Cups is here. I think it got boring for you, so you decided to close the door and just be happy on your own. Be happy anyway. Tell me about the World card and the Two of Swords, please. I think you closed the door and you blocked them, or you closed the door and you just stopped talking to them. I've got the Eight of Wands. I've got the Two of Pentacles and the Empress energy. So maybe you are the Empress, but maybe you're the King of Cups. Take it as it resonates. We do have the Empress here, who is Taurus and Libra, but just because they're Taurus and Libra, it just indicates Venusian energy, that those are the Venus signs. But this person is very abundant and very busy in their life, I feel, and that their life moved really quickly. I want to say that maybe you were with the Queen of Wands here, but it feels like with the Empress showing up that maybe you were giving more than this person was giving. It's like you were giving Empress vibes. You were giving emotional connection. You were doting on this person because you are someone who's very connected with service, right? That you would always be giving this person whatever it is that they needed. But it feels like their focus was on them. Their focus was on themselves. And your focus was on giving them all of your abundance, pouring out onto them, giving them whatever you could give them. And I feel like all they were giving back to you was fire. And I think that they watched you walk away, to be honest. I feel like you let this person go and they watched you walk away to give reciprocity to someone else. That means there's got to be someone else in the future here, my friend. Tell me about this. Yeah, there's passion coming up in the future here. And you're manifesting it. I think you're manifesting movement. I think you will have victory here. And the Magician tells me that you have all the tools that you need in order to carry forward. Look, you're the King of Cups. You're open emotionally. You're open and available. You're the person who's very honest about your feelings, very truthful about your feelings. And I feel like this person was here to cross paths with you to teach you a lesson. That this person, when you start a relationship in fire, the fire burns out. They end up being a one-trick pony. And so I think that's what you had to transform. You tried to transform it into love, but this person still was not giving you full reciprocity. Like, this is about reciprocity, but understand it's like giving more to one than they were giving to you. So it feels like they're very busy with entertaining everyone else around the outside. You're very focused on them, giving them all your energy, like calling them all the time, I feel, and giving them this emotional and abundant energy here, even though your life was busy. But this person was very selfish, I feel. They were way more focused on them, what they wanted to do, and they weren't including you in any of their plans. That's what it feels like. But it feels like that there is somebody coming here. And I feel like it could be an Aries, could be a Cancer, but it does feel like things are about to speed up here. You will be speeding up to the victory, and it's because you've manifested it. There is passion coming here. So be careful about this, because I feel like this is how this started. And I feel like this person you feel was a soulmate, and so it was hard to let them go. It's like you kept giving and giving and giving, and they had their back to you, and they were just like giving what you were giving them. It was powering them to give it to everyone else. That's what it feels like here. Yeah, holding back until you get the moment of alchemy to speak to them. So I think that right now there's no conversation going on, that maybe right now you're focused on the home, but I want to say that there is romance coming. And see, look, somebody who matches your energy, someone who matches your vibration is here. So I feel like in the future that there is somebody here who does match your vibration, my friend. And I feel like you just need to continue to be happy by yourself until this person shows up in your views. That's what I think. All right, Libra. Tell me about Libra singles, please. This is your sneak peek for this weekend. Libra singles. Tell me what's going on with Libra singles, please. Tell me about Libra. We've got the Six of Pentacles. You might get some reciprocity this weekend, my friend. Somebody who wants to talk with you, share with you in the 3D here. I feel like you might be getting some sort of a message here. Somebody who is moving forward or taking taking the first step forward to communicate with you. That's what it feels like here. Someone who is watching you previously is now wanting to talk with you. Someone is choosing to give you reciprocity. There is a choice here, right? Which is the Lovers. We've got Gemini energy here. We've got Aquarius energy here. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. They're both in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and then we have the Moon energy. Very interesting. So Queen of Swords in the reverse is someone who's not being logical, someone who's not being honest with you or with themselves. You are choosing to give reciprocity to someone who is going to communicate with you. I feel like there has been a stall, or things have not been moving in the Pentacle world as it pertains to this particular person. It feels like the Moon is telling me that things are not exactly as they seem. And the energy I'm getting from this is maybe you didn't see that you were dealing with a Queen of Swords in the reverse, which is someone who is not only not happy with you, but not happy with themselves. Understand, when people abuse you verbally, it doesn't have as much to do with you, Libra, as it does to do with themselves. Usually a person who is mean with another, it's because they just don't like themselves. They're just angry, and it feels like somebody here was being unreasonable. The Queen of Swords is in the reverse, is being unreasonable. This is a person that you were giving reciprocity to, or want to give reciprocity to. It almost feels like you stopped talking because this person was maybe in a negative mindset. They weren't really giving you anything but negativity. And I think maybe this person, it's like you come to the realization or the knowledge here that this person is really in a very negative mindset. What is this? This person can't make up their mind. They're emotionally overwhelmed. They can't make up their mind. I feel like you're looking for a soulmate to connect with in a commitment, a very serious commitment, but I feel like the Queen of Swords in the reverse can't make up their mind because the Seven of Cups is here. This person is entertaining any and all options that are emotionally related. They do feel overwhelmed with themselves, I'm going to say. They're overwhelmed with their thoughts. There's somebody who would rather stalk than talk. There's somebody who is kind of very negative in their emotions, and maybe you didn't know this before you connected with them. So I feel like you chose to give this person reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles, but it does look like with the Knight of Pentacles that it moved really slowly and then all of a sudden just stopped. That they stopped giving you energy, or you stopped putting energy into this because it feels like this person was a very negative force in your life here. Tell me why we stopped talking, we stopped giving each other reciprocity here. I think it was you that chose it, that you chose to distance yourself from the Queen of Swords in the reverse. That person could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They don't have to be. We also have Pisces and Cancer energy here. We have Gemini energy, Taurus. We have the Judgment card in the reverse. We do have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel as though you may have misjudged the situation. And what I mean by that is that the Queen of Swords at a distance looks good. She's beautiful, very, how can I say, very liberated, says what they want, does what they want. They don't ask anybody. It's like they take care of themselves, and they're very independent. But I want to say what you didn't realize until you got up close is that this person just is kicking ass and taking names all the time. And it might be something that maybe you just didn't want to deal with. That, you know, this person, to me, the Queen of Swords is someone that they probably have a lot of valid points, but their delivery really sucks. And therefore people just tune them out, stop listening to them because they have a really harsh kind of delivery. And I want to say that the Judgment card in the reverse tells me with the Knight of Pentacles that you stopped talking to this person, or you chose to stop talking to them because you knew that this is the way they were and you weren't trying to change them. I feel that you weren't trying to change them. I feel like you took charge of the situation you started to feel burdened by, and you decided that you needed to maybe hold your cards close to the chest. The truth of the matter is I feel like when somebody is in this energy of the Queen of Swords in reverse, it feels like this person, This person is very overwhelmed, can't make a decision. They're not really good with their emotions. They're not good with speaking about their emotions. In fact, when they get overly emotional, that's when they start attacking people because they can't process their own emotions. I feel like what you're looking for is the Six of Cups and the Hierophant. You're looking for a soulmate who is going to be able to connect with you and offer you some sort of a commitment. And so I want to say that this is a person who you misjudged from a distance. I feel like you wanted to invest in this person, but here, I feel like you looked at this person and saw the Queen of Swords, but you didn't realize they were the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you saw them as an opportunity to invest in something, but when you started spending a little bit of time with them, going for coffee, stopping in at the park and seeing them, it feels like you started spending short bits of time together. I think really quickly you noticed that this person was the Queen of Swords in the reverse. What do you not see coming? It's a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough that you are emotionally available. You're ready for a new beginning. You want a commitment. You want a soulmate. And this Queen of Swords was not cutting it for you. This person would barge into your life, and they are someone who is, yeah, maybe is known as courageous and brave, but they also are impulsive. And they're very direct and forceful with their thoughts. And so this person is someone who is like, you're either with them or against them. Well, if you don't think the way I think, then I'm just going to cut you out. That's the kind of energy we're dealing with here. So if you've gotten into a new relationship, you might be dealing with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. But I think that it was your decision to leave, or it will be your decision to kind of let this go, because I don't think there's a whole lot invested here, to be honest. We've got 7 cups, and it feels like there's not a whole lot that's invested here. It's definitely not at the 10. This person you thought may be a soulmate, but I don't think that they are. No. Because this person, I feel, gives you nothing but negative energy. And you're the King of Cups. I feel like you're showing up here as the King of Cups here, Libra. I feel like you're opened. You're opened. You've got, you've had breakthroughs. You are growing emotionally, professionally, physically. It feels like you're growing spiritually and you're ready for a new beginning, but I don't think this is your person. No, I don't think it is, because I think that maybe it could be that you're watching them online be really mean and ugly and rude to other people. It could be that as well. All right, it might be the next person that you meet, or maybe you've already met this person. Take it as it resonates here. But it feels like this person is someone who is not necessarily the easiest person to get along with. They will have you, walking on eggshells, I want to say. All right, Scorpio, this is you. Single Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Scorpio. Sneak peek for this weekend for the single Scorpio. What is going on with Scorpio? Tell me about Scorpio, please. What's going on with Scorpio? We have the Star. I feel like your wish fulfillment might be popping up here, my friend. We do have the Page of Cups. If you've been manifesting an apology after somebody blocked you, or maybe after you blocked somebody else, or maybe someone you're not speaking with or can't make a decision about, I feel like there is some sort of a surprise that is popping up here. We do have the Star. And the Star is healing. It also is wish fulfillment. It's hope. I feel like you have hope that something will move forward with somebody here that possibly you're not talking to and you want to speak with. It could be the Empress. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. You might be manifesting an apology. You might be manifesting new love. The Page of Cups is about new love as well. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords. Yep, it does look like it's probably something to do with an apology. We do have, ooh, yeah, we have the 10 of Swords. So maybe something somebody's given up on something here. Somebody ended a cycle here. It does feel like it has to do with somebody who's not speaking to another. We do have the apology with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is conflict, disagreement, right? It's like we had a conversation that brought us to conflict or disagreement. It became very heavy. It became very hard to discuss a certain topic that we had fundamental differences in. So fundamental differences is maybe you live in one state, they live in another. Maybe they want you to move to their country and you want them to move to your country. It could be religion. Maybe you're a Mormon and they're a Jew, or, you know, something like that. So it feels like it's very specific differences, I want to say, that we couldn't come to an agreement on. And it does feel like it ended in the 5 swords. It feels like it ended in something that was a really harsh conversation. And maybe you felt that you won this conversation. Maybe you felt that you made your point and you won, but at what cost, I want to say, because it feels like this is burdening you. And that either you want to give this apology or you want to receive it. Take it as it resonates with you. But the star is here, Aquarius energy. And it does feel like someone is hopeful. Someone is hopeful that it will heal. I feel like you still feel connected to this person, and that you have been manifesting, or that you wish for the wish fulfillment. And I think that what you're wishing for is that you can have reciprocity again, that things will move forward again, even though we've had this hard time or this really hard ending. It was very emotional, this conversation. This ending was super, super emotional, overly emotional. Tell me why you feel burdened by the Page of Cups. Maybe we'll ask why you're feeling burdened about the conversation. Let's get that first. Why are you feeling burdened about the conversation? You're still holding on to the memories of it, the thoughts of it here. You can't let it go. But you're not feeling vulnerable enough to address it or do anything about it. We do have the Temperance card. You're waiting for the right moment, for the moment of alchemy, for the moment where everything's balanced, everything's right. You're waiting for the universe essentially to give you a sign, to tell you that it's time to go, that things are balanced enough for you to speak with this person. I think that the reason that you can't let them go is because you feel like they are a soulmate. And this could be true. And look, we bump into soulmates that are unhealed all the time, y'all. We always do. And someone that you feel super connected to, but someone who you just can't get it right with. And this could be because you've been trying to get it right for lifetimes with this person. If they are someone who is a soulmate, they could be soulmates that keep coming back with you for a lifetime, trying to correct something that it's been really hard to correct. Tell me about this Page of Cups, please. We have the Page of Wands, we have the 7 of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. So it does feel like somebody here does want to send a message of apology. And I don't know if that's you that wants to send it to them, or if they're sending it with you. If they're a fire sign, I feel like it's coming into you. You are the water sign, so I feel like the apology could be coming into you. We do have the 7 of Pentacles. Somebody is waiting to make the communication. They could be getting out of something that is long distance. They could be getting out of, not long distance, sorry, but the 10 of Pentacles is long-term relationship. They could be waiting to get out of a long-term relationship to connect with you. Or maybe that's you waiting to get out of a long-term relationship to connect with this person. But I want to say that the Page of Cups is the biggest burden. You still have affection. You still have feelings. And it is very burdensome because of the way this all ended here. And you're still holding on to it, but waiting for a sign from the universe telling you that this really is your soulmate and that you should work on this. So I feel like you're waiting for some sort of a sign. Tell me about the Star. What are you manifesting here? Tell me about the Star. You're manifesting a Tower. Look, it feels like you're in some sort of a situation here that is maybe you're engaged to someone, or maybe you moved in with someone. I don't know that you're really happy there, I want to say, because it feels like what you're manifesting is a Tower. You're manifesting change, upheaval to get rid of the illusion that you have built. I feel like this wish fulfillment has become very heavy or burdensome. And I feel like the Tower comes to break down the 10 of Wands, to get you out of this energy of feeling burdened. We do have the 4 of Swords. And so what's kind of beautiful is after the Tower comes healing, right? You will have a broken heart. Look, I feel like I'm speaking to a Scorpio who is on the tail end of, and I know this is a single reading, but I feel like you're single because you've decided so. Maybe there is a relationship back there that you're kind of moving away from, or you know that it's over, and all it takes is the Tower to come break down the illusion so we can see what's on the other side of the Tower. There is some sort of a shocking ending coming here, and I think you've been manifesting it, but you didn't think it would come as soon as it's coming. It's going to cause this. It's going to cause the 9 of the Nine of Swords here. It does feel like that maybe you are at the tail end of letting go of some sort of a relationship that you knew wasn't for you. It does feel like the page, though, the Page of Cups, is about somebody else. I feel like you want to speak to somebody else and give them an apology or receive one. It's become burdensome because the last time you guys spoke, it was terrible. But I think you feel that you must, you know, clean things up before you can move forward here. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles, please, because I feel like once whatever it is completely and totally over, once you sign on the dotted line for the divorce or you move out of the house that you were in sharing with somebody else, I feel like you're in the Chariot moving forward to give someone else reciprocity. Who is this here? The King of Pentacles, possibly. The Eight of Wands. Yeah, it looks like it's someone who offered you a cup back there, maybe before you got into this relationship, and it feels like you didn't say anything. You didn't give them an answer. You kind of nothing to them. You ignored them. I feel like that's the person now that you want to send a message to. The person who you feel that you've lost the opportunity with. This person could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be. But we do have somebody here who's very solid and grounded and stable. They could be someone who works with money, maybe a banker, an accountant, an actuary. But this person here is somebody who's ready to settle down. This person's ready to settle down. They want to give you reciprocity. I feel like you want to give it to them as well. Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. You are juggling emotions. You're juggling options. I think that you're first wanting to close, like I feel like you're out of the relationship back there already, but you need to close the door. All the details need to be taken care of. And then after that, it feels like you're juggling options. What do I do? But this person is the one that's coming up here. Somebody who is possibly a fire sign or an earth sign. It feels like, or they could be Cancer, possibly. Aquarius. It does feel like it's probably earth or water. Sagittarius, maybe. I do feel like you are either going to get a message or maybe you're going to send the message. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like you're on the tail end of just closing out something here and you need to make a really big decision. And I think you're avoiding change. But the Tower comes and you can't avoid change anymore. I feel like you've been on the outside looking in of this other person that you're going to be pursuing here. And I don't think it makes you feel good. All right. Sagittarius. Here we go. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your sneak peek for single Sagittarius for the weekend. Tell me about the sneak peek for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, Sagittarius, we're doing your reading on 111. We are. All right. Take a look here, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, single Sagittarius. Sneak peek for this weekend. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse. We have the Moon card, and we have the Queen of Wands. So we do have somebody who's feeling pretty stuck, Sag. I think it's you. I feel like you're feeling kind of stuck, like you can't move. The Queen of Wands is Sagittarius, but also Leo and Aries as well in this general reading. I feel like you're stuck because you think that things are not as they seem. It feels like you think that there is an apology coming possibly that is going to change everything. An apology that is going to change everything and move it in a really fortunate direction. So you might be thinking about someone but not taking any action. I want to say that the moon energy is telling me that things are not as they seem. You have your back to the Six of Swords, which tells me that while you're not moving anywhere, while you're kind of stuck in the mind, it feels like you've kind of got your back to the situation. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Ten of Swords. You think somebody that ended things with you is coming back. That's what you think. So I feel like we come into this reading with you being single because I feel that you think that the person who had ended something with you is on their way back. So for me as a reader, if you've watched me for any length of time, you know that's my boomerang, somebody who goes out there to find the Two Cups. They don't want to settle. They want to settle for this energy here. They know that they've only got the Eight Cups and they're going out there to find to find the two more cups here, and I feel like this person doesn't find it. They don't find you in anyone else. I feel like they're incredibly attracted to you. You're very sexy, whether you're handsome or beautiful. It feels like you have a lot of chemistry with this person, and I feel like they turned away and pulled away because they thought that they were going to find something else, or maybe the other two cups. But I feel like this person is on the way back. Now, with the Eight of Cups being here, with the Six of Swords and the Queen of Wands, it feels to me like the Queen of Wands could be the person who is expecting someone to return. And that's why you're kind of stuck. You're not really sure what to do. I just want to say, though, that this terrible ending, or this deceptive ending, or you felt lied to, or that somebody stabbed you in the back, I feel like this ending was really horrible for you. But I want to say to you that things aren't as they seem. And as I say that to you, I know it sounds contradictory, but it feels like it was a really bad ending that's left you stuck. But there is some moon energy here. And so I want to say that there is something here that you don't see. And maybe what it is the Three of Cups. Or maybe you don't know the reasons why it ended. We've got the Knight of Swords, which tells me in the future that somebody is moving in quickly. Somebody who had stalled things. The King of Coins is in the reverse. Sorry, the Knight of Coins is in the reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse, which means everything between us stopped. But it feels like somebody's turning around and coming back with the Knight of Swords. That somebody has something to say. Why is the moon energy here, please, for Sag? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for this weekend. Why is the moon here for Sag? Now, it doesn't have to be for this particular weekend, but if you come across this file 3 weeks from now and it is a Friday, or this might be coming up for your weekend, it is whenever you find it, my friend. It's not going to resonate for everyone. It is a general reading. So I feel like this person is someone that you are very connected to. Someone who does feel like they are like you. They are a soulmate. They are somebody who mirrors you, that you two have this incredible chemistry, I want to say. This, like, when you two walk into a room together, everybody's like, wow, look at that beautiful couple. Like, that's what it feels like here, that you're very attractive, they're very attractive. I want to say that you're both successful in your own right, that you're somebody who is independent, and you don't really need anybody, but, you know, if the King of Wands should come along, you'll allow the King of Wands to be in your life. I feel like what you don't see is that the King of Wands is currently waiting. Why is the King of Wands waiting here? Waiting for communication. So we're at a deadlock here, my friend. That's what it feels like. This person's watching you, possibly, with the Page of Swords. That's the investigator, right? The one who's trying to find knowledge, more information. And I feel like the King of Wands is kind of like holding back or waiting for something to come to fruition, waiting for something to be ready to harvest. This person is holding back with the Page of Swords energy. Tell me why they're holding back. Because they're beating themselves up. They ended it, and I feel like they feel it's their fault. Tell me why the Ten of Swords is here. Queen of Cups, because they still have very deep feelings. They know you're the wish fulfillment, and they cannot sleep. I feel like you're in their dreams. You're the first thing they think about before they go to sleep, and the first thing they think about when they wake up. I feel like this person's trying to heal. I feel like with these 5 swords here, like I'm just breaking it down here. We've got 3 swords, which is heartbreak. We've got 4 swords, which is healing. These are 5 swords. It feels like somebody is reliving whatever they did, whatever they said, whatever the last word was, whatever the last sword was that was put in your back. They're reliving that over and over again. This person has really deep feelings for you. It's like they in a moment of passion, King of Wands acted impulsively, quickly, and ended things. But I feel like this person really does have a very deep feeling for you. And they do know that they're not going to find anyone else that's better than that, because the Nine of Cups is here. And I do believe that this is keeping them up at night. I think that somebody here wants a reunion with you because they're coming back. I feel like somebody who has left you stuck here with the Six of Swords in the reverse. they feel like you're not going anywhere. I'm just going to say they're pretty confident. The King of Wands is pretty confident that you're not going anywhere with the Six of Swords in the reverse. But for you, it feels like you're trying not to feel stuck here. And it feels like they are coming back for a reunion here. They're coming back to ask you if they can take you out. We have the King of Swords, we have the Death card, and we have the Lovers. Yeah, it's over, right? They know that they have let go of the person who was sent for them, the person that they chose. And so it feels like somebody knows that they need to transform the energy between you and them, and they need to charge in and speak with you. So I feel like somebody is going to show up. It might not be this weekend. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it tells me that something's about to change. There's about to be a change that is going to look favorable for you. It's going to look fortunate for you. But first it's going to piss you off because that's the Wheel of Fortune, right? Tell me about this reunion here, about this celebration. This person feels like they want to come in and show you their emotions, and they want to release their burdens here. Oh, we had 3 cards that were face up, so I thought I would take those as well. So we do have the 10 of Wands. I feel like you're going to feel this is kind of burdensome. They've been burdened by it, but I feel like you're going to feel it's kind of burdensome that this person's coming back, and all of a sudden they want you back in their life. Now they're coming in with some sort of investment here. I feel like they see the worth in this relationship, and they're going to try with you again, but I feel like you're still feeling burdened from the last words that you had with them, and the fact that you're stuck, and they stuck this last knife in your back, or they betrayed you or lied to you, or maybe you found out they lied to you afterwards. But we do have with this Ace of Coins here, we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like this person expects you just to tickety-boo, hop over all the barriers that they have stuck up here, and they feel like you're just going to race off with them. They are missing the passionate connection that you had, and they don't like being on the outside looking in. They're still holding on to the fact that you are 5 and 4 is 9, that you are stable, secure, you're good on your own, you don't need them, you don't need to be in a relationship, you can build whatever you're building on your own. I feel like this person is coming charging back in with a lot of passion, because I feel like that's how they pulled you in the first time, was with a lot of passion. I feel like they're going to try that again, but this time they're coming with the Ace of Pentacles here. It's been really burdensome to them since this ending, and since things stopped moving. So I think what you don't see is that you think it's over. 10 of Swords, in your mind it's like, nah, I'm good. In their mind it's like, nah, Sag will let me back in. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Right? Capricorn, let's take a look at you. Sneak peek for this weekend, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, what's coming up. Sneak peek for this weekend for single Capricorn. What's coming up for Capricorn, please? All right, what's this? We have the Hierophant, and we have Strength. We have the Ace of Swords. So I want to say, at first look here, we've got Taurus, Leo. It feels like there is about to be a conversation between Taurus and Leo, possibly. You could have one of those in your chart, right? But we do have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is the spiritual leader, someone who more is expected of them than anyone else. This person is on a particular spiritual path, and for some, you may be following religion, you may be following someone else's doctrine. For others of you, it feels like you are following a particular spiritual path, and you are teaching other people about that spiritual path. We've got the Strength card, which is holding back a little bit, so it feels like that there is somebody is holding back communication. And although I know you're not Taurus, but I do feel that you are somebody who's really focused on themselves, focused on the right way, the moral way to do things, I want to say. And the Strength here is telling me that either you're holding back from conversation or they are. But there is about to be some clarity on whoever's holding back here. We do have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Somebody's holding back their feelings, is what it is. So we do have 9 Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. We've got 10 Pentacles here. Somebody sees you being very independent or building something from the ground up by yourself. They see that you're very confident. They see that you're looking good. They see that you're happy. I feel like you love yourself. You're happy with yourself. I want to say that this person's holding back with making conversation or giving you some sort of an invitation or an opportunity, or they're holding back on this love opportunity because they think you don't need them, which I feel like you look like you don't. I'm just saying, you look like you're by yourself, single, confident, doing your own thing. Maybe you've got your own business or you're working really hard at trying to climb the corporate ladder, but it feels like they know that you are this person who is moral, kind, someone who's always willing to help another, someone who is on this path that nobody's going to knock them off of. So they're either going to have to follow you on the path, or they're going to have to turn away, because I don't think that you're going to abandon your path at all. Taurus is pretty stubborn. Once we find a path, we're going to go with that path. And unless we have a really good argument coming from this, there, or anywhere to change our mind, we're just going to keep on this path. We do have, the bottom of the deck is the Sun. We do have the King of Wands. We could have somebody here who's had sort of a breakthrough while they've been healing, a breakthrough, and it's making them want to move forward, making them want to chase you or approach you, making them feel, somebody's feeling inspired to move forward. They've had some sort of a breakthrough, and it feels like they don't want to give this up. Somebody's coming in with some sort of an opportunity in the Pentacle world. They're going to give you clarity on that. Tell me why this is here. Tell me why this conversation is coming up here. We do have the Hermit. We have the High Priestess. Wow. Whoa, whoa. Right? So it looks like this person has been thinking about this for a really long time. They could be a Virgo. They don't have to be. But somebody here has been spending their time in hermit mode, feeling it out, thinking about things, gaining some wisdom. What am I going to say? What am I going to say to Capricorn that is going to make them want to take my opportunity, the pentacle that I'm giving them? And what is going to make them want to move toward me? This person is checking in with their intuition. It's been very silent. While you're in hermit mode, things are very silent. So it feels like somebody's minding their business. They're in hermit mode. They could have Piscean energy, but we do have Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini energy here. Somebody is thinking about the right thing to say. I have to be very, it's like somebody feels here like they have one shot with you, Capricorn, that they're coming in and they have to be very concise. They have to go with their intuition. They have to break the silence with the Ace of Swords, which is here, right? And in the hand of the King. This is somebody who's going to be very honest with you about what they want in the Pentacle world with you. They've been thinking it over a lot. They've been going over the details of who they are, and they want to bring a message to you in a very spiritual, balanced kind of way. These two here would be very well matched, right? The High Priestess and the Hierophant, both spiritual teachers, both receiving inspiration from Source. It feels like there is a very spiritual connection here, but we need to speak about why we're not speaking. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about, I think that this person wants to offer you the Ace of Cups. I feel like they want to offer you love, Capricorn, or they want to open a door to see if you're interested in an opportunity of the Ace of Cups here. We have the World card here. They want to know if you want to exclusively see them. This is someone who's going to ask you if we do get together, if this is something that is going to work between us, because we can't let each other go. We're very spiritually connected. This person has been thinking about being very honest with you about where they want to go from here. It's going to start with the Page of Pentacles, but they're hoping it's going to end up with the Ace of Cups. It feels like this is somebody who is going to ask you, to the exclusion of everyone else, can we not date other people? Can we just close the door, and can we just celebrate this achievement and this milestone of coming together? Can we just try one-on-one here? This person wants to transform this energy into victory. This person here has come from a place where they've had a lot of trauma in relationships. They've been hurt a lot. This person is really being honest with themselves. It's time for them to step over this imaginary finish line that they have in their head to get the victory with you. And in order to do that, they feel like they need to transform the situation here with the World card. They want to know, can we date exclusively? We've got the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Oh boy. So maybe someone is concealing it from you, or maybe not telling you something. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, please. This person is coming to you single, so they're not in any other relationship. They're not thinking of anyone else here. We've got the Eight of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Wands. So it does feel like they want expansion. They want to expand with you, but they feel like you're not going to give them an answer, or that you're up in your head, or that it's really over. 9 swords and 1 is 10. So they feel like it's either really over, or you're not going to give them the time of day. The Three of Wands tells me that with the Knight of Pentacles here, that this person's expecting that this is going to go really slow. Like, we're going to be working on this from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. We're going to work on it really, really slowly. Go over all the details and make sure that this is something that we both want. This person feels like you're not going to give them an answer because it feels like you are someone who doesn't really need this person. They feel like you don't need them, and that's a problem, right? For some people, they need to have the codependency. They need to know you need them. And when sometimes you'll come across someone who doesn't need anybody but invites you in because maybe they want a companion, it's a really weird situation of not feeling needed, because maybe this person, the King of Swords possibly, is somebody who has only been in codependent relationships. So they don't really understand what it means to meet someone who is an individual, who is on their own spiritual path and doesn't really care if anyone else follows them. I feel like you're going to hold back giving an answer because the Eight of Swords is here. Yeah, they're going to be there in the Hanged Man energy before you make a decision. You're going to go back and forth. You're going to weigh the situation out, I think. You're going to look at the past situations. You're going to look at what you want in the future. And then you're going to try and make a decision in the present moment. We've got the Judgment card here, which tells me there is a very big decision of whether to take this person back or make this big decision about whether just to move ahead. It's like you're kind of in your head this weekend. You might get this opportunity from the King of Swords. You might be dealing with someone who is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. It could be a Virgo, it could be a Pisces. We do have more Piscean energy here. We have Virgo here as well. We do have Taurus. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Scorpio is here. So it does feel like there is going to be a big decision. Somebody's coming in and they feel like they've got all the words that are going to make you say yes. But again, on the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Swords shows up. It feels like you really don't believe this person, or you feel like there's something hidden that you can't see. That this Emperor, I feel, it could be an Emperor we're talking about because the King of Swords, this person is not giving you everything that it's like your intuition is really on high and your manifestation is like, I need to have the truth and the honesty. I need to be really honest with this person. Well, you got the right person if you want to be honest with them, because I feel like this person will be honest with you as well, but you just don't know whether you can trust them or not. All right. Aquarius, this is you. Single Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about single Aquarius for the weekend, please. Single Aquarius, sneak peek for the weekend. Could be any weekend, could be this one, could be next one, could be 1 year from now. Whenever you find this, it may resonate with you, Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Single Aquarius, please. What do we need to know about the single Aquarius? We do have a Chariot. You're going to have movement this week. There's going to be some type of movement here. Cancer energy. We do have the Judgment card. All right. Okie dokie. It looks like you're going to have movement because either someone's coming back around or you're going to be making some sort of a really big decision to move. Like literally maybe you're selling your house or moving out of your apartment and moving somewhere. With the Chariot card and the Judgment card, it makes me feel like it might be across the world or to another country. That's what it feels like. Maybe you're making a move here. It's a really big decision for this movement though. We got Cancer energy, Virgo, Pisces energy. And then we have the Mother of Cups, who is the Queen. Interesting. I think you're going with the heart space. The Queen of Cups is pointing at the Chariot. Aquarius, I feel like you are going to make a decision. There is the Eight of Wands. What's this? Ooh, okay. Some sort of conversation that is... It could be conversation. It could be moving too quickly. With the Devil card here, maybe you have fear of moving too quickly or fear of actually putting things together and keeping the commitment. It feels like with the Devil energy here that you're kind of chained to something. It's like you can't back out. So the only thing I can do is speak about it. What else do we have here for Aquarius? Yeah, you're going there alone, I think. In order to drop some emotional burdens. It does feel like somebody here wants to move away, possibly, or move forward from a situation that was really burdensome in emotion. It was emotional burdens that you're dealing with. So, I feel like there is a big decision here. A big decision about whether you stay single or not. I feel like this big decision also comes with a big decision to move at a very long distance from where you are. This is really important that you drop these burdens before you go, because you don't want to make this decision purely on heart energy. There has to be some sort of logic or reason or something that goes into that. This seems like a huge decision that's going to change your life. You're no longer going to be single, Aquarius. You are right here, right? I feel like you are single now, but this thing that I feel you need to make a big decision on is going to render you not single anymore. And I feel that this big decision is weighing heavily on your heart. It's weighing heavily on the emotional self. You could have water in the chart. You don't have to. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Cancer's here, Pisces and Virgo. We've got Aquarius energy here as well. So it feels like this decision is basically about you, whether you want to be single still or not. Tell me about the Judgment, please. The Judgment and the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Wands, so you're fighting yourself. This is the internal struggle. The Five of Wands is like in the midst of battle with the self. And is there competition with others? Like, I feel like you still aren't certain whether this person is only interested in you, or this opportunity is only yours, or are you in competition with others? It feels like you're arguing with the self. It's like this is an energy that is impacting your ability to move forward. We've got the Moon. Yeah, you're not sure what to do here. And we've got the Hermit. So you go into hermit mode because you're not sure what to do. It's like not everything is clear. Not everything is clear here. Should I make this move? Tell me about the Chariot energy, please. There is something emotional that's burdening you. We've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Four of Swords and the Temperance card. So you're waiting for the universe to tell you that it's time to go, right? It's the moment of alchemy. It's like when everything comes together at the right spot, at the right time, and you're ready to go, but you're waiting for a sign. I feel like you're by yourself, thinking about it, trying to heal yourself mentally. This is a decision about romantic love. It is a really big decision because I think it involves possibly moving away to the other side of the country, to another place in the world. That's what it feels like here, and it's weighing heavy on your heart. I feel like you want to drop these emotional burdens. Tell me about the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Cups here. This could also be a mother. Pardon me. This could also be a mother, and I mean your mother. Could be someone who doesn't want you to go and is feeling really burdened about you leaving. Take it as it resonates. Somebody here is not necessarily happy right now. I think it's because of the wait. I want to say that you've been waiting for this moment. You've been waiting to get clarity about this moment. So what I want to say is the person, if there is a person waiting on the other end, I feel like this person's given you clarity, but I feel like you're waiting with your answer because you don't want to disconnect from your mother, possibly, from possibly a matriarch, maybe a mother, a grandmother, an older sister, somebody like that. But also, it feels like you are feeling as though maybe you don't have enough money to go. And what if I get stuck there? Like, what if I get stuck in that place? It's a really big decision, and it's one that's burdening you a lot. Tell me what your wish fulfillment is here. Tell me what you really want to happen. What does Aquarius really want to happen in this situation? You want to invest. Your intuition is telling you it's time to invest and expand your life. It's time to invest in you. It's time to make your dreams and wishes and hopes come true. So if you do this, Aquarius, it feels like you need to do it for you. You need to do it for self-expansion. I feel like with the High Priestess here that you are really good with your intuition. You tend to listen to yourself. I feel like right here with the Moon energy and the Hermit energy here, that you are deep in awareness. I want to say deep in awareness. You are deep in wisdom, thinking about the situation, trying to see through the Moon energy. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but ultimately what your wish fulfillment is, what you really want to do is invest. Your gut is telling you to invest. Your intuition is telling you to invest and telling you that it's time to expand. We've got the Page of Swords. You need to do more investigative work. It feels like you're way too in indecision right now. So don't make any quick moves. Although I don't see any fire energy here other than the 5 of Wands, which is indecision, and the 10 of Wands, which is heavy burdens. So I don't think you're about to make a fast decision because the 9 of Pentacles is here. But I really do believe that there is something here that you need to have more information on before you move forward. Right. It might be that you're moving towards someone. It feels like that you're going to, if you make this move, it feels like you're no longer going to be single. It feels like you're moving towards somebody here. That you might be leaving your state, your province, your country to go be with somebody else. Big decision. All right, Pisces, here we go. Happy birthday, friends. Here's for my single Pisces for the weekend. It could be this weekend, it could be that weekend, it could be a year from now. Tell me what's coming up for the weekend. For single Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up with single Pisces. Tell me what's coming up this weekend or on the weekend for single Pisces. We have the 6 of Pentacles. This might be a weekend that you're thinking about giving or getting reciprocity here. Maybe being charitable. Giving someone more energy than you used to give them, or maybe someone's thinking about giving that to you. The Knight of Swords is here. Somebody who is possibly coming in with a message. And the Knight of Swords doesn't really care how you receive the message. I'm just saying, the Knight of Swords is just simply here to get the message to you, to be the first one to you before anybody else gets to you, and is just gonna blah, just let it out. They don't care how you feel about it. They don't care if you feel some type of way about whatever they're about to say. I feel like it's being concealed from you, or whatever they're about to say, I'm gonna say don't trust it. Let's take a look a little bit further here, but the 7 of Swords is about somebody who's trying to get away with something, possibly, or someone who's maybe not lying to you, Pisces, but not giving you the whole truth. This person's coming in to give you reciprocity, but I don't know if they're coming to give you all of it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of people in their life who need them or have their hands out for them. This could be a job, it could be children, it could be family, but nonetheless, I feel like this person is probably low on finances. They're not someone who can really support you financially or even offer any financial support. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So somebody here feels like they're running up against opposition, like there's delays. They have things that they need to take care of that are in the past, and they might be coming in to tell you about that. That there are things in the past that they got to clean up. This is whatever's going on in their past, or whatever is following them into the present moment from the past. Pisces, this is something that they need to tell you about, but they're going to tell you about it only because it's causing delays. This person may not be single. They might not be single. They may be someone who is separated and not yet divorced. So I feel while you are single, they might be trying to get away with the fact that maybe they are not single. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe they're about to tell you that. Maybe you do know that, because we do have the Page of Swords. Now, either the Page of Swords is telling me that you've done your homework and you've done enough digging that you already know what they're going to tell you, or this is something that you've seen online. Maybe you've seen them interacting with someone in some type of way, or you've seen pictures on their Facebook or their Instagram, something like that. But it does feel like there are delays, and you may or may not know why. They're probably going to tell you why there is delays here with them being with you here. I feel like they're lying about being single. I can't not unsee that, right? The Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Tell me about that. They're holding back. Queen of Swords and the Lovers. They're going to let you know that they had picked someone else, but they now choose you. This person is going to be very honest with you. And I feel like the only reason they're going to be honest with you is because you have found some information you've dug up, whether you got it through via a message from somebody or something you've come across. It feels like you already know that this person is not in a position to be in a relationship with you because they're currently not single. Now, whether they are separated, waiting on divorce, or whatever it is, they are not completely single. Maybe they haven't moved out of the house they were living in with somebody else. The Queen of Swords here tells me that someone is trying to liberate themselves from the Lovers. So I want to say that what is hiding here, this person is probably not single. Maybe they are not necessarily telling you that, but maybe giving you the gist or the energy of that. But I want to say they are about to liberate themselves from some sort of situation. They are choosing to liberate themselves from that situation. This might be why they're holding back. Maybe they don't want to start anything else with you until something else is completely ended. And it's quite noble, right? It's quite noble. It's the way to not make it messy. This person doesn't want to be messy, but it feels like that the delays that are being caused here is because of what's going on in their past. And I think they're going to tell you about that. Tell me about the Knight of Swords and the Five of Wands. We have the Three of Swords, we have the Emperor, and we have the Death card. So yes, that's what it is. Their relationship is over. So they are dealing with something that is now coming to an end, but they want to make sure that it's absolutely done, dead and gone, before they end up moving forward toward you. So we do have the Emperor. This person is the person who will step forward, which means you don't got to chase them. They're actually going to pursue you, but they want to make sure that everything is done and over, that they've healed from this brokenhearted energy. This Emperor, I feel, is in sort of an energy of being brokenhearted because I feel like they're losing a lot of things right now. Like, you know how ugly that can get, especially when children are involved, and now we got to split assets and break into two households, and we got custody battles. This is battles within the self, but it's also delays. And so I think this person's going to be honest with you. The reason why they haven't been giving you total and complete reciprocity, why you're the person who hasn't been getting most of their time, is because of this. Is because of this situation that's going on. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles, please. We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the World card. Yeah, they really are going through something that's coming full circle here, something that's really coming to an end. They are closing the door, and I feel like it's been really hard for them. And although I don't necessarily know that the regret is that they still have feelings for that person, I feel it's the regret that it didn't work out, right? And whenever divorce happens, it's never a happy thing. It's like a death. Right? You have to close the door. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, this person stayed too long. It's so important to know when to leave the relationship, the job, you know, the situation. It's so important to know when to leave. And this person stayed too long, I feel, because this is fixed energy and it takes a long time. And I feel like it's blocked them from any other sort of giving reciprocity to anybody else. And I think they're just going to be honest with you about the situation because they know that it's probably all out there on the internet anyway, that maybe you're watching it happen, or maybe somebody told you about it, sent you a link. I feel like they're being honest with you about this, that maybe you didn't know that they weren't single, but maybe you did. Take it as it resonates, because the Page of Swords is here. Tell me about the Page of Swords for Pisces, please. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Fool. So this person, their intention is to move really quickly to a new beginning. Their intention is to try and minimize the arguments and fights, the disagreements and battles that they're having with this person. But it feels like they need to move on first, right? 5 swords and 1 is 6. They need to move on first before they can even entertain having a relationship with you. I think this is what this person's going to tell you, that it's going to be some time. And if you're wanting to wait, you can. If you don't have to. But I think that this person's intention is to quickly move toward a new beginning. I feel like the thing that they're in has been over. It's been done for a while, and it's been heartbreaking. But I do believe that there are delays in, getting all the legal stuff taken care of. What's the outcome here for Pisces? Long-term relationship after we heal, and then we have an opportunity to have this long-term relationship. So I think that if you want it, you can have it, but I feel like this is where this person is right now in this energy. They're liberating themselves from a choice that they had made, and they've been holding themselves back to tell you this because they want to tell you that they're very much in love with you, but they know that until they finish up what's going on back here, that it's not fair to you, that they kind of give you the Ace of Cups, tell you about their feelings, tell you that they love you because they know they have to wait. They don't want to bring you in on a situation that you are going to have to that you're going to have to wait on. They're going to tell you that you are the wish fulfillment, and that they've got all the tools that they need in order to end one thing and start another thing, that they've been manifesting this situation, manifesting their way out of this so they can start something new with you. There's the Empress, right? We've got the Emperor here. So it feels like this person has been manifesting the Empress. So if you are the Empress, that's you. But I feel like there are some things that need to be figured out first. This person has got definite ties or a codependency with somebody. Could be financial codependency, could be children. Take it as it resonates, but they need to get their stuff together before they can come forward to you. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much, Pisces. I'm going to leave now, but I'll be back. I'm always back, y'all. Take care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out. Take care. Bye-bye.